Thank you, Dulce. Take it away.
Thank you so much, Araceli. That was a lovely introduction. Sorry, every time I say thank you or hello, my dog thinks I'm talking to him. Still very much 2 years into this or more, he still does that. But thank you all so much for letting me join tonight. Like Araceli mentioned, my name is Dulce Danel, and I can go ahead and drop my name and email in the chat again. But I'm just popping in very quickly to introduce myself to you all. I've had the pleasure of working with Midwest Mujeres before and Araceli. And really what my role is doing community engagement and making sure that our community is aware or has any needs met, what you're looking for, helping connect you to anything at the institution you might need. Sometimes I'll be real with y'all. You look at a website and I don't even know what to click sometimes. So having a person that you can talk to, I also speak Spanish. So that's a really great part of my job, getting to talk to anyone who needs any information, whether that's in English, in Spanish, meeting with somebody else. Madison College has over 150 programs, which is a lot. We go everywhere from 1-year programs to 2-year programs. You can do your associate's degree or a technical program. You can even start with us and then transfer to a 4-year institution like UW-Madison, UW-Whitewater, Edgewood, or like Araceli was mentioning, we have certificate programs and different one-off classes that you can do if you're like, I just kind of want to hone my skills in this area, or I just want to take a class to learn all the new things that Excel has. We have those different possibilities to do that. We have scholarships available, different funding, financial aid, anything available there. So cualquier pregunta, ayuda que necesite, que sea sobre el colegio, me encantaría ayudar con eso. Any questions that you have about whether it's for yourself, whether it's for someone you know, whether it's for your high school freshman. I think sometimes I talk to people that don't realize yet, you know, we have dual credit classes or our STEM Academy program, which is where students can start with us at the junior, senior level and then end up with their associate's degree at the end of their high school diploma, which is kind of crazy. You graduate with both your high school diploma and associate's degree, which really puts you ahead of the game, but that's something that you need to apply for sophomore year of high school. So talking with parents a little bit about that. We also have free English classes, free GED, HSED classes that we offer as well. So my role is really to talk about the resources that we have and talk about how we can be a resource for you. I know so many people who want to do different things, and sometimes it's hard to just get started, right? So, oh, we have an early college advisor. That is so awesome. So somebody else in this group who can help here, and I think you all meet weekly, right, Araceli? That's amazing. So definitely just here to offer any help, pass along my information. We have a great event coming up in April. I dropped the flyer in the chat. It's called Paso a Paso, which means step by step. It is a college readiness program that we're going to offer on Saturday, and every help that we offer is going to be offered in Spanish as well. So you can come in, do financial aid, meet with an advisor, do everything that you really need to do, but more importantly, just learn about the process. We're going to have some student panels there and they can answer some questions. And it's never too early to start. So like I said, if it's for you, if it's for your cousin, your student who is in the 8th grade and you want to know how to prepare, aquí estamos, para todo lo que necesiten. I just want to be able to help. I don't know if anybody has any questions. Oh, thank you for the heart, Marisela. I've gotten so much better at like looking at the Zoom stuff. Sometimes I would be all over the place.
Yes, Kiana is also, I mean, we've talked about it very briefly in our group. We've just been really busy, Dulce, learning about SEO stuff, posts, and like financial wellness, like crushing, like decolonizing some real stuff. And that's why I was like talking about El Paso a Paso. If you could talk a little bit about Paso a Paso, but
yeah,
and there's an English component and a Spanish component. And if I have to say, I mean, I'm kind of like vibing on Paso a Paso because it's so, I mean, tell us a little bit more about it. Yes.
Yeah. So I think the biggest goal that we have with Paso a Paso is for anybody that comes in to feel really empowered about what college readiness is, whether for yourself or your student. So that's why it is paso a paso, right? Step by step. You don't have to run to get to the end goal. You don't have to take the same path that everybody has. You can take every single step that you need to. I always tell my students, you know, sometimes we need to get to the other side of the room and one person has to cross a bridge, one person just walks there. It takes everybody different things. So that's why we want to offer both in English and in Spanish that day, the whole process. It's going to be on a Saturday. So we're hoping that opens up to a little bit more for people who might work during the week. And we're going to have food. Va haber comida, because how could we do it without food? So
and
we're
it's gonna be in English too. It's gonna be in English too.
And Spanish. We're gonna have both available. And kind of like how I'm doing this right now, where I go a little like sometimes my Spanglish comes out, I go a little Spanish, I go a little English. We're gonna have a combination of that. So definitely both available. So English, Spanish, whatever you need, we got you.
Nice. I'm gonna save the chat so I can save it so I can so I could give it back to Dulce. So because there's some people's emails are on here too. And so either way, I want to make sure that we get that information to you for Tish as well. Tish sounds very interested in the program. And so feel free, so Tish's emails on there if you want to copy and paste later. And so if other people want to just drop their emails too, who are interested in Madison College, I think it'd be easier to doing it that way than perhaps because you might not, you know, maybe that's not where your journey is. I know I got to a limit too of like, this is enough learning for me. Or maybe there was some other learnings that you were that you were interested in. Like I was really interested in the sophomore thing because my kid's about to be a sophomore and I'd like her to skip all grades. No. Oh no, I'm kidding. But I'm just like, those were some programs I hadn't heard about. And so I think that might be for folks that have kids in high school, maybe that might be a resource too, is to talk to you for that as well. And so I'm glad that we're recording this and then people can get a hold of you as well.
Yes, I'm copying the emails that are in the chat, and I can send you all an email just reintroducing myself. But like I said before, any questions that you have, I am happy to connect anyone or kind of talk a little bit more one-on-one. I know sometimes that's a little bit more comfortable. So if you have a question about a program or like I said, any of our English classes, or like, honestly, you just want to talk and be like, Dulce, I have an 8th grader. How do I prepare them for college? Cualquier pregunta que tenga, I'm very happy to talk about that. Como dije, si tiene que ver con las clases que tenemos, si tiene que ver con programas, o si honestamente me quieren decir, oye, Dulce, tengo un estudiante en el 8º, ¿cómo lo empiezo a preparar para el colegio? I'm very happy to do all of that.
For sure. I've done a lot of post-professional classes there. Just professionalism in Spanish. I've done Excel just to learn how to do freaking Excel so many years ago. And it was just a 1 credit class. It's not one thing that you didn't graduate with. It's just those type of classes you might need. You might want to know that.
But it helped, right?
Oh, it did help. Oh, absolutely. And from there on, I've never had to take another Microsoft class. I mean, just knowing just a couple things, it's not like you have to know all of it either. I mean, you're just at a beginner's level, and that's kind of nice too. And they have lots of continuing education ones, and I think Paso a Paso also helps. So okay, we got some action in the chat. Perla says send me some information. For the English classes, right? I know, right, who need that one way or another. Exactly.
I am going to send an email out. I'm copying everybody's email in the chat. So sin pena, por favor, throw it in there if you need anything. Araceli also has all of my contact information. So if you think of something that you need or anything like that, I know she is happy to pass that on. But right now, when you're talking about like continuing ed classes, I just think like really quickly about like our social media ones and things about social media. Sometimes I'm learning things. Luego voy aprendiendo yo. Sometimes I don't know what the kids are doing, Araceli.
Oh yeah, I've done your record. I did the whole meeting management one, management track, and that was very helpful for event planning. And when you're thinking about like spaces and like how to evaluate spaces, and even to put curriculum or anything like that, any type of continuing education you want to do. There's even one on writing, like writing your novel and stuff. That's kind of the fun ones. I would love getting those in the summer because you're like, if
Mhm.
I'm really bored, I could go and have a class, and why not? And
Yeah.
ask for. I think you could ask for scholarship money. Am I wrong? I mean, not just.
Yes. So we do have scholarships available. There's different criteria for scholarship, but there's also financial aid available. Like I said, if you'd like to talk one-on-one to talk a little bit
Yes.
about your criteria, what you're looking for, I'm very happy to do that. So siempre si quieren hablar solamente nosotros, podemos hacer un Zoom y todo para platicar un poquito más de lo que le interesa o cómo llegar a esa meta.
Yeah, una vez
Yeah.
Mauricio, my husband, was trying to think about becoming a CNA, a bilingual CNA. He literally won like, I don't know, like a semester worth of free classes because he
Yeah.
like
There's
Madison College,
scholarship money out there.
and like he did like the Wheel of Fortune, and like he pushed those wheel, and he ended up winning like a whole set of classes. Yeah, he did the Wheel of Fortune, and he was on his way to becoming a CNA. But then some other stuff happened. But still, though, I mean, I think that he did finish most of the classes, and for such a short time. It was like 6 months, and I think there's a lot of those type of certification programs that are really useful to pivot on your career. But I will not say anymore. I will allow you to say your goodbyes, and we're going to switch on over to Carla Medina and learn about SEO, learn about how to make ourselves amazing online. Thank you
That's
so much,
amazing.
Dulce. I'm so glad you came
Thank you
by.
all so much. Have a great time. Carla, I love your blazer. I'm going to say that before jumping off. I noticed it right away. Have a beautiful night, everyone. Like I said, if you didn't drop your email in the chat, I'll be sending one tomorrow. Pero si no, Araceli has all my information. Have a beautiful night, everyone.
Nos vemos. Gracias.
Bye.
Okay, I muted myself. You know her already as Iris Designs. I know her as Carla Medina, who basically took my website to this next level than it needed to be at. I was not, I had the house, but nobody knew the lights were on. That's the best way I could say it. And
Oh, I
Carla
like
just,
that.
right? I got you. I love you, Carla. We have these sessions all about like how we're gonna automate, how we're gonna grow, and grow our voices, our businesses. And she's just been such a great co-mentoring woman with me in all of this. And I, from the knowledge she's giving me about SEO words, it has really helped me to hone in on what I write about in the blog and who my audience is, and just to be more out about it. It's like coming out of the closet. It's just like always coming yourself out, right? But without further ado, let me invite Carla Medina. Gracias, Carla.
Very welcome.
Yes. Oh, let's just tell them where you're from first.
Hi, y'all. So you can kind of tell I'm from the South, from Texas. So I'm out here in Austin, Texas. Actually getting ready to move to Houston, Texas. But the beautiful thing about what I do is I work from the comfort of my home, or at this in this space, which is like an actual like work share area. And I get to support so many small business owners like yourselves throughout the United States, and things like brand development, web design, social media marketing, and all the good stuff that'll really help you grow in a very competitive digital space. And so what I'm going to be going over with you guys today is your brand IQ and how to become your brand both online and offline. And so I just want to do a quick little sound check with everybody. I am on my headphones and not typically or in my normal space, but can everybody hear me okay? Can you just give me a thumbs up? Oh, I love y'all. I love that. And I just want you guys to know that with your thumbs up and all, I love the little thumbs. Hey, so with all of that interaction, I want you guys to feel comfortable, free and relaxed, that if you have any questions, if you have any feedback during my presentation, that you guys feel comfortable and excited to join in and to do those things, okay? Because this is a learning environment and we're all supporting and helping one another and growing in a very complex digital space, okay? So I'm going to share my screen. Araceli, I think you gave me permissions. Yes, you did. So let me make this a little bit bigger so I can see it. Can everybody see my screen okay? Thumbs up, thumbs up. I'm excited, just can't hide it. Okay, let me go into presenter mode so that way we can see a little bit more in detail, and let's rock on. So I think Araceli gave a little bit of an introduction about who I am, where I come from. So you guys know I am in Texas. I am a mom of two. I am a fiance. So between moving to Houston, planning a wedding, and my little two people, it's been like a world roller coaster, whirlwind of a ride, let me tell you. But I enjoy what I do because I get the fantastic opportunity of being able to speak and support all of you wonderful folks out there. So yes, I am the founder of Iris Designs. I actually started my business, guys, in 2020. So we all know the catastrophe of 2020, and that's COVID, right? Many of us was sent home. Many of us either lost employment, lost financial stability, all of those different things. Well, I have both. I was a single mom out in the streets of Austin at the time. I was working as a marketing manager and customer support agent for a lot of contracted vendors that would fly in from California, from Washington, D.C., from Maryland, from Chicago, from Florida, that would participate in a lot of our large events like South by Southwest, ACL, a lot of the music festivals that music, art, and food festivals that Austin is like highly known for. Like we are the quirky town, right? The quirky town where it's like fun to be your unique self. And so I supported a lot of those things. So of course, when Texas shut down, it actually shut down right before South by Southwest. So if you can imagine, we had a job on Friday, and on Monday we lost millions of dollars in contracts during because South by Southwest was canceled. We were all told to go home, and by Monday I was without a job. So it was all the things. It was a catastrophe, and it was kind of like, what the hell do I do, right? So me and my best friend, who's also a business owner, we kind of sat. She at the time was a business owner. She was a musician. She did like vocal lessons, piano lessons, acting lessons, all of that kind of stuff is done typically within a brick and mortar, right, at a location. So she also had to brainstorm about taking her business online. Well, guess what? I'm a marketer, right? I come from many years of marketing experience. And this is kind of my thing. The only thing about it, though, is in the midst of supporting her, I was actually getting some like tools and resources for myself so I can build mine. What am I good at? I'm good at marketing. What are people doing at that time? We saw an influx of many of us going to social media, right? Whether it's to stay in tune with climate changes, with the different events and activities that were going on, all of those different types of things, right? So we now saw an influx of social media activity because we're now trying to be in the know. Well, in that influx, what else did we see, guys? A boom of e-commerce businesses, right? E-commerce businesses, service-based businesses, people like me who now have a home because I can support people like you growing in a competitive space. So I found a niche. I found my market. Now it was time to build my business. My first year of business, guys, I earned 6 figures. And so now I teach other people how to do the same, how to grow their business. And I continue supporting and loving on a lot of small businesses that just need a little bit of a boost to get out there and to get their businesses out there, both digitally and now in the modern networking spaces. Okay, so in this presentation, this fun, interactive, the one where you guys are going to give me thumbs up and comments and feedbacks and hands up and all the good stuff, we're going to be talking about identifying your niche, identifying your audience, discovering your brand's experience. And that's one of the big things, right? Becoming your brand, and some social media etiquette tools that's super important for you to know about so that way you continue navigating this competitive world, okay? So we're going to hop right into it and talk first about your niche, okay? So I don't know, I want to see some of the chat messages going on here, but I want you guys to drop in the chat, what you do. So I like to make sure that, you know, this is a networking opportunity. Even though we're on a digital space, I think it's a great opportunity for us all to be able to grow and learn from each other. So if you have a website, drop it into chat. If you want to share what you guys sell or do or what your occupations are, go ahead and drop that into chat so that way we can commune with one another and collect each other's information so we can grow. Okay. So defining your niche, what makes your brand different than competitors, right? So a lot of people sell jewelry online. How many people do you guys know that sell soaps online? Probably a lot, right? I'm going to take your head nods as a yes. A lot. There are a lot of people that sell similar or same items online, right? So how do you set yourself apart? Right? You create an energy or what's known as an archetype, right? That's the energy your brand or your business conveys both on the digital space as well as in the physical space. And that's through your networking events, becoming a vendor, things of that sort. Okay. So you need to define what your business does. I'm going to give an example for me, right? I'm a brand developer. I'm a web designer. I'm also a brand and marketing coach, right? So I support my clients in not just having a pretty website design, but I also help them define their keywords, their strategy, their customer experience, what the tone of their business is, all of those little small details that you need to know in order to really grow your business. And the cool thing about it is I teach this all the time, right? Your business is not just about your logo, your colors, or even your website. It's a lot deeper. It's the core of who you are, right? So ask yourself this question. Are you leveraging your niche? If not, here's how you can do these things, okay? So one, you're going to create a specialized service and focus your marketing effort on that defined segment of the population, okay? You're going to build the right messaging. And what does that mean, right? It means making sure that my tone is right, making sure that my energy is right. If you're an exciting brand, then you should absolutely be exciting to all of your consumers, right? They should have fun when they experience you. They should be encouraged and excited to learn more, to see more, to feel more from you, right? So if that's your persona, then you have to really tap into that both in the digital space as well as the physical space, okay? So be the industry expert and demonstrate that through consistent brand awareness. What does that mean? Okay. We're going to talk about social media marketing a little later on in these slides here. And I want you guys to also feel comfortable and safe with screenshotting, taking pictures, whatever the case may be. I think it's super important for you guys to know this stuff. This material is super valuable for you as you build your business. Okay. So the consistency in your brand awareness means getting your business out there. Okay. Araceli and I had a beautiful conversation just yesterday, as a matter of fact, and we talked about repurposing and repositioning. It's okay if, like, let's say last week or 2 weeks or a month ago, you posted something that has valuable information. Girls, guys, reshare that. It is okay. Okay. Because what it's doing is it's reconfirming your story. It's reconfirming and solidifying your brand experience, what you do, who you are, all of these different types of things. And people need to see it. And here's like a little pro tip here, right? You're going to have new people that follow you every day or every week or every month or whatever the case may be that don't know who you are. So if you don't repeat some of these things that you guys want to produce to your to those customers, your clients, then folks are going to be missing out on who you are and what you do. So it's okay to be consistent and it's okay to repeat. Identify your customers or your clients' problems or needs and become their solution. What do I do, guys, right? I'm a brand expert. My clients have no clue about what to do with their brand. They don't know where to go. They don't know how to organize themselves. They don't know the best domain. They don't know which keywords they need to use for their website. They might not even have an idea as far as their business name and other little components that help to grow them, right? So they come to me to where I can help them and support them in identifying those different areas, okay? So become the expert. If you're a soap maker, become the expert in making soaps. Show videos videos, showcase like how you make the soaps, the love and attention that you put into the soaps, what products, whether they be organic or chemical, that you're adding into the soaps, the benefits that it has on your skin. People need to know that. They want to know that because they're looking at you as the expert, okay? And benchmark your competitors. What does that mean to benchmark a competitor? Does anybody know what that means? You want to drop it in chat or chime in? Was someone chiming in?
I can.
Okay, chime in. Tell us, what does benchmarking your competitors mean?
It essentially means that you just look at your competitors, see what they're doing, and kind of, not that you're copying their ideas, but it's a way to inspire you to have ideas, see what's working for them, what's not working for them. Typically, when I used to work in marketing, I would benchmark competitors by looking at ideas, but then taking my own spin on different ideas across the US.
Yes, Crystal. Yes. So if you guys were listening to Crystal, she literally defined what benchmarking means. It means taking a peek into your competitors, people who do same or similar things as you, so that way you can see what works for them, what doesn't. And if you got to borrow a few tips and trades of the industry, that's quite all right. I'm sure all of you guys have heard of the old slogan, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. For many industries, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. All you need to do is determine who's doing it, look to see what's doing it, add your own twist and flavor to that, and then make sure and make certain that you are presenting yourself to the public as the brand expert in that. Okay, so Crystal Sanchez, thank you for chiming in. That was perfect, girlfriend. Okay, so now we're going to talk about your niche being a big part of your brand. Now, a lot of folks might not understand what that means, but I'm going to tell you it is so important to niche yourself, right? You can sell 20 billion things. And if folks don't know what you do, like what the purpose is or the point is, using the example of going onto a website, you'll lose their attention. I like to use the example of us being in a swipe left culture, right? As soon as we understand what's going on, who you are, what you're selling, or even how to shop or how to book with you, we're swiping left to the next thing, right? In order to combat that, you niche yourself. You make everything you do intentional and specific. So the 5 steps of finding your business's niche market is 1, reflecting on your passions and interests. 2, identifying your customers' problems and needs. We talked about before. Benchmark the heck out of your competition. Learn them. What do they do that's winning for them, or it's helping their business grow? And what do they do that you could probably do better at? Okay. Define your niche and its profitability, right? So what does that mean? I like to really kind of hone in on number 4. When we talk about defining your niche and its profitability, if you know that you're providing a specific service or you're selling a particular product and you're promoting and promoting and promoting it, but product A isn't making as much as product B and product B is making a lot of money, but you're not promoting product B, then you're making a valuable mistake, a costly mistake, okay? You got to pay attention and listen to your audience, right? If you know that product B is making you money, then we need to showcase product B a lot more than product A. I'm not saying dismiss product A, stop selling product A unless product A is not making you any money, but pay attention to what's working for you and what's not. And then test your products or services. The beautiful thing about marketing is about testing, right? We're practicing, we're testing the market. We're seeing what works, what doesn't. We're reinventing, we're redoing, and we're always putting ourselves in a position to learn more and do things differently, okay? All right. So let's talk about identifying your audience. That's one of the biggest, one of the biggest and most valuable parts of selling yourself, whether it be a service or an e-commerce, or you're doing something from a brick and mortar. It's identifying who's going to actually shop with you, right? So I don't know if you guys are familiar with the term market segmentation, but show of hands if you guys know what market segmentation is and how it benefits your business. Anybody?
So for me, somebody else was answering the question. let somebody else answer the question because I don't have to answer the question. But for me, it's been like I have clients that are for my speaking, and then I have clients for Midwest Mujeres that
Yes.
want an ambassadorship program, or clients that just want me to speak to them and teach them something. That's about it.
Yes. And that's good. That's good. Market segmentation dives a little deeper though, Araceli. Market segmentation is understanding the who, what, when, where. It's about understanding the sex of people that are shopping your products. It's understanding the age demographics of folks that are shopping your products. It's understanding where they live, what they do for work, where they're scrolling, what draws their attention, what are their likes and interests, what are their dislikes. Understanding your audience intimately, almost as if they're your BFF next door, that is market segmentation. That is understanding who you're selling to.
That's the avatar, right? The avatar they say to design, like imagine who you're like, yeah, the age, everything,
Imagine
like you're supposed to talk.
everything.
Oh, Chris was saying demographics. Yeah, some of it is demographics, but also
Yes.
I hear habits are in there too.
Yes, habits
right?
are
Like
part of
habits
that.
and what is their value to match your values too. Cause like I get along with Latinas, but sometimes there are Latinas that are very conservative and might not find my
Yeah.
left bent.
Yeah. It's true though. It's true.
Yeah.
Understanding who your audience actually is allows you to market yourself better. Because let's say your audience are like 60 to 80-year-olds, right? These are our what's the age group of those individuals, Araceli? They are the not millennials, but the
X?
I think Gen X is below us, right? I don't remember. I
Oh,
know
the boomers. The
the
boomers.
boomers, right?
Sí.
Our boomers don't necessarily enjoy the stuff millennials and Gen Z, Gen X enjoy, right? They like things that might be a little bit more like black and white and strategic. Get to the meat and potatoes. Don't try to sugarcoat things. Like we don't want fluff. We don't want pink and bright. We want the meat and potatoes, right? Understanding that allows you guys to be able to really grow your business, okay? So if you haven't taken a screenshot of this, go ahead and do that. And that little bottom part, if ever you see the hey, and I don't say anything or speak up about it, feel free to like unmute yourself and say, hey, Carla. And you can, be all jazzy if you want to. I encourage energy. Okay. So, hey, it's important to know your audience and know that everyone isn't your audience. Okay. You heard it from here. I'm just saying. But I heard it from somewhere else too. So, anyways, let's talk a little bit deeper about market segmentation. Let me go back because I clicked too fast and boom. Market segmentation. So who is yours? Market segmenting, messaging, engagement, and messaging, right? So we talked about market segmentation. We talked about the fact that it's your demographics. It's the who's who. It's the age group. It's the, are you catering to mainly female? Are you catering to mainly a male audience? Are you catering to a BIPOC community? Are you catering to more conservatives? Like who are you specifically catering to and understanding that, right? Messaging. What's the message? What kind of messaging does your audience or what, I can't get my words out right now. What are they most drawn to, right? When you think about the different archetypes, and I do have a quiz that I'm going to give you guys for free today. You can go and take this quiz where you can actually learn some of the 12 basic archetypes. There's actually 300 plus, I think, at this point. But there are 12 basic archetypes, right? And all of them have different messaging styles, right? I might be a little bit more quirky and things of that nature. And it's because of my archetype, my energy, my brand, but I'm also being true to who I am, right? That might not be your niche, right? You might be a Rolex type of brand where you're about no nonsense. Like this is straightforward, strictly business type of a vibe, of feeling. Or you might be a Skittles commercial, right? Where you're like, taste the rainbow, happiness, butterflies, and unicorns, and all of those different things, right? If that's the type of energy your audience is attracted to, that's the type of messaging you need to commit towards, both in your physical marketing and in your digital marketing, right? Engagement. This is actually going to come again in social media marketing once I get into that slide. So don't forget, okay? When we talk about engagement, we're talking about not leaving your audience hanging, okay? They want to engage with you. They want to learn about you. They want to be a part of your brand. They love what you're doing. They love your products. They love your services. They love the information and the education that you're presenting to them. So if they got questions, they want to talk to you or whatever the case may be, don't ghost them. How many of you guys have been ghosted before? It don't feel good, okay? She got her hand up. It don't feel good. It makes someone like black somebody's eye. We don't want to do that, okay? Measurement, talking about measuring the success of your campaign, revisiting the restructure as needed, and improve your process. So when we talk about measurement, we love analytics. Can we all say that together? I love analytics. Say that with me. I love analytics. Okay, I didn't see some of you guys.
I don't know what analytics mean.
Let's talk about analytics. Analytics it's the information, it's the driving source for your business, right? It tells you what's working, what's not. If we look at the analytics of your website, we're gauging and we're discovering where your customers or your clients or participants are coming from. So I use Wix because Araceli, you have a Wix website, right? So on the back of your Wix website in your dashboard, you have an analytics software, right? You're able to see throughout the world where people are coming from. And not just the where, you're able to see if they're coming from your mobile device, tablet, or home computer. You're able to see if they're coming from Facebook, Instagram, from your Google ads, from your LinkedIn, whatever the case may be. You're able to see where they're coming from and gauge how you should move forward. So if you know you're getting a lot of folks coming to your website to shop with you, to book with you because they're coming from Instagram, guess what that tells you? It tells you to promote more on Instagram. I can't really wink, but that was a wink, okay? So just remember your analytics are everything for your business. And as a small business, you need to make sure that you guys are checking into your analytics at least once a month, at least minimally there. So that way you can kind of gauge. If you can do it a lot more frequently, once a week or whatever the case may be, whatever works for your business, then make sure you guys are doing so you can continue to grow and navigate, okay? So let me kind of go back. I want you guys to take your phones out real fast. And there's a little QR code, the bottom right corner of this screen. Go ahead and take a picture of that. It's going to open up a free brand archetype quiz. I would love for you guys to go and take that. Now, just as a reminder, okay, there are 300 plus archetypes throughout the world or that are actually out there in the world, in the universe. Okay, we're only going to be focusing through this quiz on the 12 founding fathers. All right, so it gives you kind of the basis. But what I've provided for you guys through this quiz, if you are intentional with taking this quiz, is it gives you information about your market strategy, your customer experience, your mood boards, the colors that actually make a difference for your brand, what it actually says to your customers. It talks about the voice of your brand. It talks about some different things and different tools that you'll need to pay attention to that are specific to your brand's niche. So you can go out there in the world, both digitally and in the physical, and be great, okay? So discovering your brand experience.
But Carla, what if I don't have a website? Should I still apply? What if I've never sold a single thing? Should I still apply?
Yes. So if you're in the process, if you're new and you're just trying to discover like where to go from here, taking this quiz is a good start, right? You're going to start thinking about the energy. What energy do you want to produce and convey to your buyers, your potential customers? What do you want them to feel, right? So if you know what you want them to feel, you can then kind of cater everything after that, okay? And there are other options for you as well. If you are a brand new business owner, or you're thinking about starting a business and haven't quite got there yet, that is something that I am able to provide to you guys in terms of coaching. We can sit, we can strategize, we can talk about creating a game plan to make your business successful. So that is something. I do have a couple of QR codes in the last slide where you're going to be able to book and do that. But let's start with the quiz. Go ahead and like take that, put it on your phone, bookmark it so that way you can always go back to it. Now, when talking about a brand experience, you're talking about 4 main key points: perception, participation, personalization, and prioritizing, right? So perception is, how do your customers perceive you, right? What do they think about you when they first see you? They see me, I got red glasses, curly hair. Sometimes it's defined, sometimes it ain't. Sometimes I'm wearing bright colors. Like I got a lot of things kind of going on for me. I am my brand, right? And I'm also this real quirky weirdo type of gal that, you know, Araceli knows. Like I am who I am, both online and offline. You get what you get, okay? I'm just saying. Anyways, now, this includes the audio, the visual, the tactical interactions that allow customers to connect with you. That's perception, right? Participation. This can also be considered engagement. So I like to add like little things here, like tidbits here and there, because, you know, I'm still a learner. I'm a lifelong learner. According to HubSpot, customers will walk away with a positive brand experience if they're able to participate in some way instead of just watch you. Who likes to just watch people talk? Because at some point it's going to be like the little peanut characters, the wah 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 wah, right? We don't want that, right? So it's important to engage and create participation, right? Personalize. You're going to leverage your testimonials and positive reviews along with your social engagement data, right? This allows you the opportunity. These are for the current business owners. This allows you the opportunity to share the good news about the stuff that you are doing, whether it's service, whether it's e-com. If you're a brand new business, a great way to get some testimonials and some personalization is to use maybe family and friends as your testing subjects. I hate to use that word, but yes, as a test, as a beta test. Ask them questions. How was your experience with me? Did you enjoy the product? Do you think the price is fair? And don't just take their words for it. Go back to the word benchmarking, right? Where you're looking at competitors and seeing what they are doing, right? But use that as an opportunity to create some personalization for your brand. And with their permission, 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 might allow you to also get a testimonial from them with regards to their experience with you. So just remember, don't burn bridges, just saying. Prioritize, okay? So brand experience is not unilateral. It is not a straight road. It's different to everybody. Everybody feels different, and that's okay, right? You can't please everybody, but you can try your best to reinvent, to repurpose, and reuse, right? Determine what's most important to your customers by utilizing metrics to gauge repeat purchases or mentions. So just remember, prioritizing what's important. I use the example of product A and product B. What is important, right? What are folks gravitating towards? What is consumer interest gearing us towards? So start considering those different things as you grow your program, okay? So I learned that several of you guys are also doing some network marketing and all of that kind of stuff. And so it's just as important to know who your brand is, know what your brand is about on the digital space as it is online, or offline in the public, right? How many of you guys are small business owners and have decals, have magnets on your car? Can I get a show of hands?
What do you mean by that, Carla? Magnet?
So let's say like I have a magnet on my car that says Iris Designs. It says how to book with me. It has a QR code on there and a small little blurb about what I do, which is helping small businesses grow or discover their brand is what it says on my car. So do you have a magnet, a decal, something about your business on your car? Or are you wearing a shirt with your brand on it? Or a hat? Anybody representing their brand in the public? Did I get any show of hands? I don't see y'all. Crystal Sanchez says she can make them for people. And yes, I love it. Okay, good, good, good. So when you're out and about, also that was a plug, you guys. Crystal, make sure you put your website, girl, or ways that they can contact you because you guys need it. If you're out and about, listen, my clients are all over the United States. Most of my appointments are Zoom calls, right? I never get to shake anybody's hand. It's a lonely world, but I never get to shake anybody's hand in the physical. Most of my people are out on Zoom calls, but guess what? I have a vehicle. I go grocery shopping. I go and do these types of events. Just earlier, about an hour ago, I was at a city council meeting. And with that city council meeting, I had to drive up to the city council building, right? The city office building where I have my decal on my car. If anybody's in the parking lot or anybody that I drive by needs to take a look at my services, then they have a car that they can look at, right? So I'm saying all of this to say, if you have your business outside of your home and you're repping your brand in any way, you got to remember, guys, that you are your brand. So you got to represent yourself. So me as my own business owner, I can't be out there going 100 miles per hour in a 60 with my business name on my car, right? So just remember, all the things that you do now, inside and outside, must all be intentional, okay? So becoming your brand, let's talk about that. I like to use the example of Target and Starbucks because I love them both. I don't know if you guys have favorite brands, but I think we all have a favorite brand, right? That we kind of gravitate towards. Starbucks is my favorite. I know they have expensive coffee. I know that I can make that coffee myself. But yet, I know that I'm still going to drive through their driveway and get my caramel macchiato venti along with my impossible breakfast sandwich. I know that. Why? Because their brand speaks to me. Their brand is about community. It's about coming together. It's about diversity. It's about being able to be yourself, being able to be free and a coffee lover, right? I enjoy their brand, so I continue to shop with them. Target, I know Target is expensive. However, you know what I know about Target? When I think about Target, I know that they have great quality. I know that they are about the community. I know that if I go in there, that I'm going to be greeted with a smile. And so I gravitate towards Target because they make me feel a type of way, right? So think about your business. How do you want people to feel, right? Whether that be excited, encouraged, inspired, free, liberated, safe, whatever that sounds like for you, think about how you want them to feel, okay? Now, talking about branding, personal branding is the conscious and intentional effort to create and influence public perception of an individual by positioning them as an authority. When we talk about authority, what does that mean? We're talking about brand expert, right? Being the expert in your industry, being the expert in what you do. If I have a question and you're a soap maker and I ask you, what's in this soap? I'd like to know before I buy it. You should be able to articulate what that is, or your website should be able to direct me to that information so I can learn more, right? It should automatically do that. So that is conveying the experience as often as you can while you can, okay? And then when you think about network marketing is legit, just putting yourself out there, networking with different individuals, with different groups, making sure that you are being in the know in terms of what events are happening in your local area, where you can participate as a vendor, what's happening online through social networks and channels, and even participating in things like this. This is still an opportunity for network marketing. It's a digital network marketing experience, but it's still network marketing. So when I asked each and every one of you to drop your business name, your website, ways that people can experience your brand, did you do it? If you did not, you're missing out on a wonderful opportunity to network with your peers. So that's the cue for anybody who didn't hear me the first time. Make sure that you drop your business information in chat so people can do business with you, right? This is a networking opportunity that can lead to what? Real results. Okay, I'm not saying, but I'm just saying. Okay, so now let's talk about social media etiquette, okay? I want you guys to take a picture of this really fast because it's so super important. And I'm actually going to start from right, then to left. I'm going to start with what not to do, okay? Stop spamming people. Okay, repeat after me. I will not spam anybody.
I will not spam anybody.
Thank you, Araceli. I appreciate you.
I will not spam anybody.
Yes, thank you. I love you guys. Yes, I will not spam anybody. How annoying is that? You guys don't like it? You don't like it when it happens to you? Don't do it to other people. Stop doing it. Don't get angry if someone declines your offer. That's okay. guess what? For every 10 no's, there's a yes. Okay. And let me tell you something about perseverance, right? You're going to get no's. People are not going to like you. People are not going to like your product. People are not going to like your services for X, Y, and Z reasons. That's okay. They're not your customer. They're not your client. Okay. Smile. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your feedback, and move on. Okay. Move on. Don't complain if your family or immediate friends don't support you. How many of us depend heavy on our friends and family to support our business? Let me tell you, girls and guys, they are not your customer. Can we repeat that? They are not your customer.
They are not my customers.
They are not, you guys. You got to start focusing on your market segmentation. Who is your customer? Determine who that is and market and target those individuals, not friends, not family, okay? Don't write in all caps. Yes, I was yelling. 3 snaps, okay? When you guys are posting on your social media accounts, try to avoid things like large caps, okay? I also see a trend too with like thousands of emojis. Get to the point. You can absolutely add emojis, especially if you're creating a large text or some context to your post, right? That's okay, because what it does is it draws the eye in. It almost acts as bullet points or pay attention here types of things, right? So just make sure that if you're going to be writing any type of textual information on your social media, that you're intentional and you're purposeful. Now let's go to the left. What to do? Repeat after me. I will keep my personal and professional pages separate on social media.
I can't.
I will keep my personal and professional pages separate on social media.
Amen.
I need to unplug myself. Somebody needs to just cut me off. Just cut me off.
I love you guys. I love you guys. But let me tell you why, okay? It's okay. Like, let's say my Facebook. Iris, I know you're Facebook girl. So on your Facebook, right? Your personal page, if you want to promote some things about businesses and show your character and things like that, cool. That's fine, right? That's not necessarily where you're getting and gaining business. But if we're talking about using a specific social media page to specifically gain the interest of potential customers and clients, you got to separate. You can't have them on both platforms. Your IG, if that's going to be for business, be it for business, okay? If you want to have a business IG and a personal IG, go for it. I do. I have a business IG for Iris Designs, and I have my personal IG where I can just talk a bunch of shit if I want to, okay? So that's my thing, and that's what I'll do because it's my personal account. Who's going to stop me? Okay? I'm just saying. All right, so think before you share. Is it content worthy? Does it make sense? Is the tone right? Are my clear and concise? Does this post fit my brand story? If the answer to those questions are no, abort mission. I'm not saying, but I'm just saying, okay? And go back to the thinking board and just do it again, okay? It's fine. It's okay, but do it again. Post regularly. Now, whatever that means to you, post it, okay? It could be that you're only posting on your business page 3 times a week. If that's what you're doing, cool. If you've committed to the idea of going live every Friday, commit to the idea of going live every Friday, right? Whatever you're going to be doing, do it intentionally. And here's kind of a little tidbit and a pro tip. Let me get my words out, you guys. It's late and I haven't had no coffee. So pro tip, okay? Instagram and TikTok are like your best friends right now, okay? So here's like some tea if you didn't know. If you hop on the carousel and reels train and you do that consistently, there is no way that you guys won't end up increasing your followers and really getting the audience that you want. So if you're interested in boogieing on down to the reels realm, make some reels, okay? Make some carousels. And carousels are those posts where you have like an image or whatever, and you're able to swipe left and see additional images that follow suit, right? If you go onto your IG right now and you go to the search icon where you can see a whole bunch of random people stuff, what do you see the most of? reels, reels and carousels. So because we know that, we do better, okay? Interact with your audience. I think I've said that in this presentation 4 times. Stop ghosting your people, guys. They don't like it. I know you don't like it, so don't do it to them. They want to experience you. They want to talk to you. They want you to engage with them. If they say, "Oh, I love this. This is fire," or "Great messaging," comment back. Let them know that you care. Let them know that you see them, okay? So just remember that your folks want to love on you, okay? So take a quick little picture of this. I kind of snuck this slide in. It's the top 5 social media management tools. I'm pretty sure other speakers have talked about these, but these are your best friends, okay? If you're a small business owner, you should have Canva. It only costs a few dollars a month. Take advantage, okay? If you're a small business owner and you're using Instagram, you should have what's called Hashtag Manager. It's an app you can download on Android and iPhone. Download it now. If you're a small business owner and you have multiple social media accounts and you're struggling with posting to all of them simultaneously, download a calendar. A great one is called Greatly Social, previously called Lately Social, right? You can set your posts in there for how far out as you want them, post your videos and your regular posts to them, and then you'll be able to share consistently throughout all of your social media channels. And if I remember correctly, Greatly Social allows you to post on YouTube, Pinterest, Facebook, Google My Business, Instagram, and I want to say it's something else, but I can't remember. So you got 6 social channels that Greatly Social will allow you to post on. If you don't have it, you can download it as an app. You can also download the software. Same thing goes for Canva as well. And then Hashtag Manager is an app for Android and iPhone. Just make sure that you guys are doing that. Also, make sure that you have Facebook Business. Now, I don't know how many of you guys participated in the recent experience that Facebook Business was offering small business owners, but if you have a Facebook Business account, they will guide and support you on setting up successful ads, where you actually get an account or project manager where they support you in posting professional ads and getting the attention that you need from those ads on Facebook, okay? Just kind of an FYI, take a picture of these. If you don't have them, go for it. Okay, and that pretty much finalizes my segment with you guys today. I hope I was able to share some really good information for you guys. These are some benefits that I'm providing all of Araceli's team and all the things that she do. If you guys want any of my services and as part of this actual experience, you're more than welcome to sign up with me today. I'm actually offering you guys some incredible discounts, one of which is keyword research. If you have a website and you don't have great keywords on your website, I'm offering it at a significant discount. I usually charge $350 and up, depending on how many competitors we assess. But I'm only doing it for 99 bucks for you guys. I've partnered with a program called SEMrush. And in SEMrush, I'm able to take some of those competitors, when we talked about benchmarking, I can take their websites, I can post it in my project management tool. I'm able to go in and actually check out their digital files. So I can see what SEO and keywords they're using. And if it's good, strong keywords, and we're able to see the usability of those, we are able to see that information. And it actually is similar or likely to your business, we could take that information and you can add it to your website. Boom. I call it riding the coattail of our competitors, so that way you can boost your score and you boost your ranking on Google. It's an incredible value. I'm only giving it to you guys for 99 bucks. That's easy peasy. Okay. So my branding and website projects, I typically charge anywhere from $2,500 and above for my projects, right? With my projects, if you guys participate in that, I am giving 20% off on those projects, and I do have payment plans. So you can either do a pay in full, a half down at 30, or you can enroll into my installment program, where I do offer 3 to 8 months monthly payment plans for qualifying individuals. If you want to go ahead and book your appointment, use the QR code up top for your website and branding. And then the very bottom, if you just want to do the keyword research, book using the QR code at the bottom right. Okay. All right, you guys, it has been so much fun. I do want to check out the comments real fast before we go. I hope everybody got it. And I just want to kind of speak to some of the comments really fast. Canva is my best friend. I love it. TikTok too. Yes, girl. Yes. I know nothing about TikTok. Well, it's a great opportunity for you to start learning for sure. Hold on, I'm going to exit out of this so I can go to full screen and really see y'all's comments. Crystal Sanchez, you made your first reel today. Congratulations. Thinking board I need. Okay, I love that. Okay, social media is the best. Keep personal and professional separate. Listen, I'm not saying, but I'm just saying, unless you're Kanye. Crystal, I love you, girl. I love you guys. Okay. So if you guys have any additional questions for me, just let me know. You can always reach me. I'm going to drop my email down below at info@irisdesigns.biz. You can, that's my website, sorry, website. And then my email is all caps. Yes, Crystal, avoid all caps at all costs, please. info@iris. I'm sorry, I actually did put my email. Get my life right. My website is irisdesigns.biz. So then you're able to actually check me out there. I'm all over Google, guys. I am a 5-star branding and website designer that's out there, both on Google and on Wix. I've also been featured in the Voyage Austin, several different articles and campaigns regarding the growth of my business. So I'm really, really excited for all of you guys as you continue to grow and nurture your brand, okay? And if ever you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out, okay?
Carla, what can I say? I'm so freaking amazed. I've learned so much. And I consider myself like seasoned. And I'm telling you, friends, if you did not hear all of it, don't worry. I've heard this type of stuff like 3 or 4 times. And each time, there's always something new that I discover each time. And the depthness that you gave us, Carla, was so complete. And I think it makes sense now after having a website. I've built my own for many years. Carla knows this. Finally went out and got someone to build it, but then also tightening it up. I needed all of that. And so why not have, yes, her energy was bomb, awesome info and opportunity. Absolutely. I'm so excited that it was just synergy, just meeting Carla. Does anyone have any quick questions for her? We can also let me stop the recording at this point because we always like to end with some private time that isn't recorded. Yo, catch Iris Designs. Here she is again. Catch Iris Designs on social media or her website. Thank you all for attending Midwest Mujeres Trainings.